I'm at Cornell Farm with Deb, and Deb, today we're going to talk about containerscaping, which is a kind of a new term.
Yeah.
And so what is that all about?
Well, it can mean a lot of different things, but you can create space in your garden or on your balcony. You can create a wall between you and somebody else. There's just, it's endless. Everything can go in a pot, some things longer than others.
Right.
This collection back here started with the focal point of,
Beautiful.
It's kind of an artsy piece. And then the coloring of that went into the shrubbery and the pottery and the bistro set here too.
So it really all pull it together, and blue is really the main theme. You could find another color that you really love, but
Sure.
it all pulls it together and really makes a nice statement for that patio area.
Yeah, and this would be something that would be here year round, low maintenance, just water it or not.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And so what about edibles? Because that is the big thing these days, and you
Yes.
can grow edibles really anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And so many things in a pot. There's so much balcony gardening with not just vegetables. I mean, you can see the peppers here,
Right.
eggplant, chard
Herbs.
down in here, lots of herbs. There's the raspberry shortcake, the brand new dwarf raspberry. Fantastic. It was created for pots.
Or a container, right?
Yeah.
And look at this basket of tomatoes.
Yep, the dwarf tomatoes that cascade over, the dwarf pomegranate. I mean, there's so many things. There's also blueberries. There's a new dwarf blueberry that you can put in a pot that's excellent for that too. We don't actually have that in this pot here, but it's perfect. You can put blueberries in pots, and lemons. If you want lemons and fragrance in your garden,
Oh,
you've
that's
got to
lovely.
have lemons. And don't forget lavender. Lavender is also fragrant.
It is nice. And then here you have another blue bistro strut, just because it goes.
Yes.
But I mean, it's just like that accent.
Yes.
It just really makes this whole space alive.
Right, and then plus you get to be in it.
Yeah.
It's your nature space.
Excellent.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I know you have some other little vignettes that we're going to go see right over there.
Yeah.
Let's
you
go.
bet. Okay.
So Deb, containerscaping, you're even putting a wall in here that's in a pot. So that's just really another dimension to this.
It is. It's absolutely amazing to put a tree on a trellis, but there it is. And it will lose its leaves and be beautiful orange color in the fall, just like this one, red, beet red. All of this can be in containers. The trees need to be root pruned after a few years, but they are marvelous for making yourself have an outdoor nature space.
And here you use more a harder texture of the pottery. It's all kind of concrete and cement, a whole different dimension than the blues in that last one.
Right. So you can mix it up. You can see that these do not all match, and that's fine too. You know, it doesn't have to be absolutely the same. In fact, it's kind of more interesting sometimes when you mix it up.
Right. And here you have a fountain, so you're adding water or even a bird bath.
Absolutely. Water is, I think, a really important aspect, especially if you have a lot of noise around you. The fountain itself is great, but bird bath is great because when you have all these plants, you might as well have some place for the birds.
Of course.
You know?
Of course, you're inviting them in.
Yes.
And then I love this one. It's a little more formal, but again, you have trees and pots. It's kind of making that area just enclosed so that you have that really kind of private space.
Exactly, and it just kind of creates this little nest sort of feeling.
And you know, don't forget that you can put mixed containers. You put different kind of flowers in. These are all annuals, but again, it's
Right.
picking up the color in the pottery, and it's just bringing the whole idea together.
Yes. Sometimes the annual or the color pots can be more work because you might need to deadhead more than if you just have a tree, but it adds so much richness when you layer it with just the greens and the purples of the trees with the color. I mean, it all goes together.
It does. And you know, it's not just for sun. We do have some shade areas to show. So we're
Yeah.
going to go over one more area.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So Deb, for people that have a shadier spot, this is just as beautiful as the ones in the full sun.
Yeah, you know, it's less color, but it's quieter. You know, you can just sit here and read your book, knit, whatever you want to do, and you've got the peacefulness right around you.
So Deb, containerscaping really can put on many different attributes to our gardens, to our decks.
Yes, and you can take that out of the deck or the balcony into your garden. And you can take one pot, a beautiful pot, and just set it there, or you can put a beautiful, simple tree in that pot.
It really creates a focal point in a different way into that garden.
Yes, and anything in a pot somehow becomes more important. than just in your garden.
Always great ideas down here at Cornell Farm. You know, you have to stop over here and talk to the staff or talk to Deb and get some ideas to take home to your own garden or your balcony. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.